Hey, everybody. Listen, welcome into the building. I'm so happy to see y'all. Happy Tuesday, y'all. It's Tuesday. Tuesday trending topics, and we're going to get into it. So today's trending topics, the title is Hot Stinking Mess. Hot Stinking Mess. It's a hot stinking mess. So Marcus Jordan, the son of Michael Jordan, he gets arrested for DUI. He's asking the cops to just help him get his car off of the train tracks. So he ran his car on the train tracks, probably because he was drunk as a skunk. He had a female in the car with him. And he comes out and he's begging the cops and asking the cops, yo, it's 6 of us. Just help me get this car off the track so I can keep on going about my business. You know what's confusing to me? Listen, I got a lot of vices. Shopping is my number one vice, but I'm lucky I just never had a drink, and it just never was my thing. So I'm guessing when people are drunk, they just really don't know that they drunk. They think all is well, that everything is good. Because he was seriously asking the cops, and I don't know if he was doing it because he felt like I'm Marcus Jordan, Michael Jordan's son. He was seriously asking the cops, help me get this car off the tracks and let me go about my business. But the cops said they smelled alcohol all over him. Then I'm guessing they found other stuff, and boom, then next thing you know, hands behind your back, sir, and he was getting arrested. We're going to talk about it. When your father is Michael Jordan, and you could go to any school in the world, you could be and become whatever you want because there are no barriers, because your dad pretty much has a money tree outside of the door. You can just pluck and pluck and pluck and pluck and pluck, and the money just never ends. And the best you got is you driving around here under the influence, allegedly. So we're going to talk about it. Now, listen, they said he got arrested also for having the cocoa. And I'm not shocked because remember just last year, he was on the beach out in the open like it was nothing. He whipped it out and he was the cocoa. And now here it is, not even a whole year later, and he's arrested for said thing. He needs help. He needs an intervention. Now, I believe his mother's Juanita. Where Juanita at? Pager Juanita, it's your baby boy. Yeah, I know he's a grown man, but listen, until you leave this earth, you still should be trying to help and save your kids. So we're going to talk about Marcus Jordan. Then we're going to talk about this DJ Twitch, the boss, may he rest in peace, widow. Her book strikes again. In said book, she talked about how towards the end of his days, he was a hot, stinking mess, that he didn't want to shower. He wasn't washing. She had to beg him to go take a shower and wash his booty. Listen, there's things she is revealing that I wouldn't even say about my worst enemy. I wouldn't do it. Let alone my husband, let alone the husband to two of my children. And served as a stand-in dad to one of my kids. I just wouldn't do it. But she don't think nothing of it. She wrote it in a book. It's forever written. And so here the legacy of these two kids, they coming up, they get to see that their mother wrote a book about their father who took his own life. I mean, good gosh almighty. What do these kids have to stand on? This is their foundation. That their dad was allegedly addicted, according to the mom, not diva words, the mom, their own mom words. He was severely depressed, allegedly, because he took his own life. And now the mother adds details that we would have never known, because she writes it in the book. Insult to injury. You're going to say that he wasn't washing, wasn't taking a bath, wasn't caring about himself. Girl, well, why wouldn't you try to get your husband some help? I'd be begging my husband, if I truly loved him, babe, you need help. And we about to take you down here to this clinic, and I'm going to sign you in. Because you need help. But instead, she let him spiral out of control, knowing she had 2 kids by him, gave birth to 2 of his seeds, only to be after writing about him. If you knew he had an issue, but then yet you want to try to tell us when you was looking for the funeral outfit, that's when you found a cornucopia of substances. What a mess. People, watch who you date, watch who you marry, watch who you lay down with, because this is what we got. He's gone instead of trying to preserve and uplift his legacy. Perhaps encouraging people to dance. This is what she's doing. We'll talk about it. I mean, she's messing. Then we got this Sunny Hostin. I think that's how you say her name, Hostin. Do you watch The View? She's one of the co-hosts on The View. Her husband is a surgeon, a doctor, and he's caught up in this RICO scandal that had about 185 people charged. Catch this piece of what I'm saying. Even though Diddy ain't on the docket tonight, Diddy is charged with RICO. RICO, you have to have an enterprise, and there has to be other people, but he's in charge with RICO, and he's one person. You got this Sunny Hostin's husband charged with RICO charges. There was 180-something people charged. 140-something of them took a plea deal, and he's still trying to fight. Now, listen, I was never the top of the class when it came to math. He's saying he's innocent. I'm not saying he's not. But 180-something people were charged. 140-something take a plea deal. And you say you're innocent, but more than half of the people involved took a plea deal, which is essentially saying you're guilty. Sonny, I hope your husband doesn't end up behind bars. It would be tragic. But this is not looking good for him. That 140-something people took a plea deal. Only 186, and I'm not saying that lightly, only 186 were charged, and you going to try to fight this thing? I wish him the best. I wish him the best, but this going to be a rough way to go. I wish him the best, though. Listen, guys, it's that time, okay? Y'all know the routine. What do I need in that chat? I need a, come on, Tay-Tay. I need a choo-choo. Hold aboard, everybody. It is Tuesday night trending topics, and we got stuff to talk about. The title is called Hot Stinking Mess. We got Marcus Jordan got arrested for a DUI, and all he wanted was the cop to help him get his car off the train track. Is he crazy? How do you get a car off the track without a tow truck? He wanted them to just help me push this car off, and I'm going to drive on home. We got Allison trashing her deceased husband. I don't know where they do that at, but Allison must know because she wrote it in a book. We got Sunny Hostin's husband being accused of insurance fraud, RICO charges. 140-something out of the 180-something victims took a plea deal. And I guess he did like Wilson, ASAP Rocky. He said no deal. I hope it works out for him, y'all. Let me bring the people in the building. Hey, Savannah. Hey,
Diva.
Hey, Katrina.
Hey, Diva. Hey, Diva.
Hey, Tay. All is well.
Hello.
Hey.
Did you hear me, Diva?
We know what you said.
It's Sunny Hostin.
Sunny Hostin. Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
So listen. Let's talk about this, Marcus Jordan. How do you have a father that's a billionaire and you end up in these streets just bumming it out pretty much? Just doing nothing with your life? Because Marcus is in his 30s, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go ahead and get into this story with him, getting arrested. And he thinking because he dropped his dad name, they going to care. They didn't care. Listen, they arrested him anyway. Hold on one second. So Marcus Jordan arrest video. I'm Michael Jordan's son. And they was like, yeah, put your hands behind your back, sir. Hold on 1 second. Let's take a listen.
Hey, you guys good? Yeah, we're trying to. My car's a little stuck right now. I see that. You want to help us? We're going to try. Huh? We're going to try. All right,
What happened?
what happened? How'd you get on the tracks, man? All right, good. Help us try and reverse this thing out. Well, hang on. You are stuck. Come here. You know the trains come by right now, right? No, I know. That's why I'm trying to get the fucking better. We thought we were making a right, and I fucking turned onto the train tracks apparently. I'm trying. But yeah, we're not getting back in the car right now, okay? The reason why, So
Do me a favor, keep your hands out of your pocket.
Yeah.
Man. Keep your hands in your pocket.
there's nothing in my pocket.
That's all. I'm gonna pass you down and put your hands up and
Come on, man. Bro, I'm Marcus Jordan. I'm Michael Jordan's son.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just trying to get home, and I made a wrong turn. Okay, and clearly, we would just like to get our car off of the fucking train track,
It's
which
true.
we were
I
not
can
trying to be on.
confirm.
I mean, I'm just saying, if there's 6 of us, and we throw this thing in reverse.
Well, I've already got concerns for your level of impairment anyways, okay? So that's why.
Why?
Because like it's not alcohol coming from you and you're on train tracks. Okay.
So come on, man.
Just listen to me. That's why I don't want you back behind the wheel anyways. Okay.
I'm fine behind the wheel. I
Okay.
just would like to get my car out of this.
We'll deal with that after this, okay? We'll deal with that after this. But that's why I had to get you out of the car, okay? Because I hear spinning tires, I hear slurred speech from you. You're driving on train tracks.
I'm not slurring anything, and I'm
letting you know. I have concerns. Okay?
well.
For your
I
level of
appreciate
impairment
that.
Driving a vehicle, I can't let you back behind the car and drive a vehicle.
I appreciate your concern.
Yeah, I don't want.
But
you to
I
get
am not inebriated.
Juliet,
I'm not
635
anything that
550
cannot drive home.
90.
Okay, wait, there's more. Let's wait till after this ad.
Y'all feel great, right? Y'all feel great. Y'all did something good. Right? Y'all can smile tomorrow. I'll talk to y'all about fucking security. Brought in Marcus Jordan.
Is Marcus Jordan are you like popular or something?
You
Or?
know exactly what the fuck it is.
I don't
Act
know.
like you don't know.
I don't know who you are, man. I've never met you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can turn this up. I like this song. A little louder. A little louder.
He's crazy. All right, I can't play it. There was another video. Let me see if I can bring it up. It's a little bit longer, but I can't play that. I can't finish playing that because of the song. So let's just go through this. I'll connect this video, this link to this in the description of this video so y'all can play it. New police video obtained by TMC Sports shows Marcus Jordan name dropped his famous father to cops in an apparent effort to get out of trouble before his arrest on Tuesday morning. The footage was captured on Midland Police Department officers' body cameras at 1:14 a.m., right around the time cops first discovered Marcus Jordan and a woman inside a blue Lamborghini SUV that had gotten stuck on some train tracks. Initially, you could see in the video that Jordan tried to move the car off the railway with his foot on the gas. But when the pricey ride tires sped and spun in place, no matter how hard he pressed, Cops asked him to get out of the vehicle. Jordan tried to get the police over and over again to help him break his car free. But as he was eliciting signs of being intoxicated, his speech seemed slurred and his balance appeared off. Cops made it clear they weren't going to assist in that task. Instead, they asked to pat him down, and when they felt along his waistband, he brought up his NBA legend father as the car stuck there on the tracks. Okay. Bro, he told one of the officers, "I'm Marcus Jordan. I'm Michael Jordan's son. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just trying to get home, and I made a wrong turn." Okay. And he continued clearly, we would just like to get our car off of the effing train tracks, which we were not trying to be on. Cops eventually walked Jordan away from the car, which he had said cost $300,000. And after he admitted to having a night out on the town with some beverages prior to getting back behind the wheel, they administered some field sobriety tests. So let's see him fail the test. After the cops felt he failed the test, they put him in handcuffs and told him, "I believe you had too much to drink tonight." Marcus said he disagreed with that. Seconds later, cops could be seen in the video searching Marcus' person.
Okay, so, all right. I got a couple questions for you.
What's up?
How much did you have to drink?
A little bit. Under the legal limit.
Okay. What's the legal limit?
What is it, 0.08 or something
0.08,
like that?
okay.
Yeah.
So how many drinks was a 0.08?
Man, I'm not.
That's what I was asking.
I'm not a scientist.
So that's why I'm asking how much you had to drink. I know you said under the legal limit. Was it 1, 2, 10, 20? How many?
I know that I'm under the legal limit.
Okay. Did you have any food tonight?
Yes. I ate a lot of food.
All right. What'd you have?
Italian.
Okay.
Baby.
What about?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I see you wear glasses. Are those for reading, seeing? What are they?
They're for everything.
For?
I wear
you
them
have
every
to use
day.
them to see. Okay.
Yes.
Do you wear contacts at all?
No.
Okay.
Can't get them in, can't get them out.
Are you diabetic?
No.
Do you have any issues with walking or anything like
No.
that? Any injuries?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you take any prescription medications?
No, sir.
Okay. What about illegal substances?
No,
Marijuana,
sir.
Heroin, anything like that?
No, sir.
Okay. Like I said, I'm gonna have you do a couple exercises. Okay.
Sure.
What those are is I'm gonna look at your eyes first. Okay.
Sure.
So what I want you to have to do is then stand right here to face me.
All right.
And take your glasses off, but look at your eyes. Okay. I'll have you hold them so you can put them back on. Okay.
I'm holding.
Sit together, the heels, toes touching. Keep your arms down by your side. It's like this.
Feet together, heels, toes touching.
Yep. Heels, toes touching. Keep your arms down by your side. Sure. I know you're a little taller, so stare at the tip of my finger right here.
I'm
okay?
staring. Exactly.
All right. Follow the tip of my finger with your eyes and eyes only. So keep your head still. Okay. So just your eyes.
Yeah, man. I'm doing my best.
Oh,
I'm fine. Did I miss a step?
just make sure you keep following.
Okay. I'm following.
Look down towards me. All right, now stare at my finger. Keep following. Turn your head. Turn your head.
Wrong turn.
I hear you. Keep following my finger.
I am.
It's too much.
Keep following my finger. I'm going to get real close to you.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm not going to touch it. All right?
Do your thing.
Keep following my finger.
Do your thing, sir.
All right. Go ahead and back this car up, and we can do it on the driveway right there. Alright, we're gonna, because I got to put a tape line down, so that's fine.
You'll be back my car up too? It's a $300,000 vehicle.
That's a nice vehicle that we ain't gonna be able to move right now without a tow truck. It's stuck on the track, man.
Sure.
Is there any reason why you wouldn't be able to do this exercise?
I mean, there might be, but I'm willing to do it anyway.
What would be that reason?
Nah, it doesn't matter. I'm willing to do it anyway.
Okay.
Right?
I'm trying to make sure I evaluate the property.
And I'm trying to.
So go ahead and get back into position.
I'm in position. One.
That's once
Right.
you're in that position, the first step is what?
This is one.
Nope. The first step from there is what?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do we need extra tape for this?
No, sir.
No?
Do the turn.
So then one, here's the turn. And then I'm going 9 back, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right.
Come on, man. Like,
This
what
is
the
a
fuck?
mess.
Go ahead and go to the line now. What am I have you do? You're going to keep the other heels toes touching, keep your arms down by your side.
Can you show me?
I am.
I didn't see. Sorry. Feet together, arms on my side.
When I tell you, you're going to raise 1 foot 6 inches off the ground like this. See that?
No. See it. Yeah.
Okay. You're going to point your toe away from your body to make your foot like parallel to the ground.
Okay.
You're going to keep your arms down by your side throughout the entire exercise and leg straight like this.
Sure.
You're going to look at your raised foot. You're going to count out loud. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003. So I tell you to stop.
Sure.
I'm going to put your foot down. You can direct it back up.
What if you couldn't even do that if you were sober?
Whatever you say, sir.
Okay. You have any questions about this exercise?
I don't have no questions, man.
Okay. 30 seconds, I'm on watch.
Sure.
Too much.
Ain't it though? I mean, I don't even know some of this you can do
Dude,
without
watch your phone, whatever you need to do.
with being
Man.
sober.
Jesus fucking Christ.
They do
Like, really?
search him just so you know he gets
If you have
arrested.
no questions, once you raise your foot,
They
I'll
feel
start
he
the timer and you
didn't
can
pass these
1,
sobriety
2,
tests.
3, 4, 5,
keep your arms
6,
down by your side.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Okay, listen, y'all get the gist of it. Seconds later, cops can be seen in the video searching Marcus' person as they dug around in his pockets. They pulled out a small baggie full of a white powdery substance that later claimed in police documents tested positive for the cocaine. This is here where they actually arrest them. And I'm just going to show a little bit of it. They arrest them. They kind of fill it a little bit. We'll just look at a little.
Put those hands back. I believe you have too much of this tonight. Okay. Just letting you know. Okay.
I disagree with that, sir, but whatever you say.
It's what I'm letting you know.
I mean, I hear you, but I disagree.
Okay. Well, just letting you know.
We're gonna walk to this black car back here.
I'm following you guys. I'm following y'all. Y'all walk,
63 Bayline.
and I'll follow.
Walk on your own, you hope you walk in.
I'm fucking walking.
You're pulling back, pushing back against me.
I'm not pushing.
You walk like a normal person, you'll be all right.
I am a fucking normal person, man. What is y'all? This is crazy.
White more, man.
There you go.
I got you.
Thank you.
Man, what a Monday night. What a Monday night.
Can I see the light?
This is fucking ridiculous. I'll pull all this shit off. You want to see my dick? And you want to check under my nuts too?
No, not really.
Not
Go ahead.
really
I feel like you might be.
No, not
I
really.
feel like you might be.
Where is that?
I don't know. The way you fucking searching.
Yeah, we gotta search everybody's.
Nah, you can check under there. You can check under there. It ain't shit. It's just a big dick and some big balls, bro. Yeah, receipts for shit I paid for in the city. Like, what the fuck? Really? Really?
I do feel like they doing the most.
I mean, y'all are doing the most right now.
Yeah, we always do.
I didn't do anything, man. I made a wrong.
You're arrested for DUI.
But I'm not drunk.
All right, take a seat.
Number one.
My opinion is different.
Yeah, I know. I get
Hey,
that.
I get that.
Hold on, wait, sir. Wait.
Listen, I'm telling you right now to go sit down.
I'm having a conversation.
Sit down, because if not, I'm gonna put you in the car. It's gonna hurt.
Hang on. One question. You can ask me one question. I'll answer it, and then I want you to sit down. What's up?
I just want to understand why y'all are treating me as if I did something fucking criminal.
Because I think you have driving under the influence.
But I'm not.
Substance. So I've answered your question. Now please sit down, and I'll answer more questions. Please sit down.
I got nothing else for you, bro.
All right. Well,
Hold
sit
on.
down.
Can I
Sit down.
Yo.
Sit down.
Sit down.
Yo, chill the fuck out, bro.
You chill out.
Hold on.
Stop taking.
Yo, can I ask my girlfriend a question?
Don't do that again.
Relax.
Sit down.
Relax.
Put your feet in the car.
Relax. Can I ask my girlfriend a question or no? Oh, wow. Okay. All right. What's your name?
Officer Marino, badge number 183.
Ooh, it's a lot. Just squeeze that. As they tried to put him in the back of the patrol car, moments later, Jordan did not want to get in and demanded they chill the F out. Eventually, he got in and was transported to a nearby jail. On the way, though, Marcus quarreled with an officer over his level of fame. He also intimately sang along with the cops' radio. Marcus was ultimately booked on 3 charges: DUI, crash with property damage, possession of cocaine, resisting an officer without violence, and he was released from custody a few hours later. As he left the jail, Marcus did not speak with reporters. Neither he nor his dad have since commented on the situation. What a hot, stinking mess. Savannah, your thoughts?
Here we have another person of privilege endangering the general public. So there is actual police dash cam video of them pursuing him before he crashed into before he got stuck on the train tracks. Marcus was partying Sunday night in Central Florida, and he was seen leaving a gentleman's club. He was the video, dash cam video does show that he was speeding down a general street, a common street, and then he turned off into the road where he ended up on the train tracks. This isn't his first run-in with the law. He's been in trouble before. A few years ago in Florida and he was also very confrontational with law enforcement and using his father's name and status to get out of, having charges. My whole issue with this, just like with the Karen Huger RHOP, is when they get caught for DUI, they get these small, because I think he only paid a couple thousand in fines to get out. But when you're out there, I believe this is his first offense, and you're out there endangering the public, a couple thousand shouldn't, although money to them is not really a matter, but they really need to start hitting them where it hurts because he has no disregard for the general public. Do what you do or want to do, but stay at home and not put others in danger. And I I don't know. I blame the dad. I think, this has a lot to do with what he grew up with. I've always heard that Michael had um, vices as well. And, this might be learned behavior, but this is a grown ass man carrying his daddy's name as a badge of honor and thinking he can get out of stuff. So, no sympathy.
Whew, thank you. Wayne, your thoughts?
I don't know if he was speeding or not, but I'm no expert in alcoholism or being drunk, but all that standing up. If he was drunk, he didn't wave not one time. I thought he spoke very well.
He did.
Now this man may be a brat or whatever, blah 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 blah, but that was too much. I mean, he's shining the light in his eyes that close up. I mean, it's like, oh, I'm gonna find something. He walked a straight line. He did everything. I know he said some foul things and stuff like that, but look what they was taking him through. I don't think he was inebriated. Okay, yeah, maybe he was driving a bit fast. Somebody, you could be a sober driving fast, make a wrong turn. It just happened to him. He made a wrong turn. And I think when he said, the way I look at it, I know people, they try to throw their name around. I kind of look at it and said, look, I'm Mike, Marcus Jordan, Mike Jordan's son. Why would I be doing, like that? I don't know if I didn't feel he was dropping the name like, let me go, I'm Mike Jordan's son.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But all that, all that searching up and down and stuff like that, that was a bit much. I mean, either arrest him or not.
Oh, shoot.
All this walking the line and stuff like that, then patting them down and all this, like they was getting some thrills. That was just ridiculous. And that was, and in Florida, I think they probably planted the cocoa. So maybe I'm being a little lenient on this guy. I don't know much about it, nothing, but regardless if he's a brat or how he was raised or whatever, I think, like Savannah said, that he had been in trouble before. Maybe they know him or whatever. But I think they was just dragging this just a little bit too long. The average person they'd have in the car and gone.
That's a fact. I do believe. And he didn't sound drunk. Maybe he was under some influence, but I don't know. He didn't sound drunk to me. Tay, your thoughts?
How many times he used that word before when he got arrested the first time? And tell that girl that with him, why she did not drive the driver's seat, and he could stay in the passenger seat right there. Or why not to call Uber Drive or taxi? But no, you went to go to drive your car, because we already see what happened to people who is doing this right here. They know who they is, Diva. I ain't gonna say no names. And tell that, Diva, I just don't care for his son at all. I never did. And I never will, because this is a grown man right here, and he's 30-something years old. Be responsible, my guy. That's all, Diva.
Thank you. Julius, your thought?
Jesus, I mean, talking about showing out. And no, sir, we do not want to see your meat. Not interested. Not at all. We just doing the simple pat down. He like definitely on something. If it wasn't the alcohol, he was definitely under something because he was agitated. And it seems like the law enforcement at the time, I think the reason why they was dragging it out for so long, this is just my hypothesis, was the fact that he had run-ins with them before. So they knew how the interaction was going to go and what he was about. But other than that, I mean, I could, I mean, Larissa Pippen is no prize, but I could see why she loved him.
Thank you. Katrina, you're up. Yeah, it was a little slurred.
No, Larissa didn't leave him. He left her with another woman while she was at her birthday party. Um, he wasn't swaying back and forth, so it probably wasn't the alcohol. It probably was something else.
Mm.
But the thing of the situation is, maybe if you didn't drop your father's name, we wouldn't have never knew that you was arrested. We know who you was arrested because of your dad's name, because you dropping your father's name, because Marcus Jordan, like, we don't really know really anything about you other than what we see in the tabloids. And yeah, I do think the police officers was being a little excessive. I'm not taking up for him because nobody has no business driving on the influence, but I honestly think that they was being too excessive. They was being a little rough, even though he had a foul mouth and thought he can get away with because who his father was. He seen that wasn't working. He should have just kept his mouth closed, let them do what they was doing. But they was actually getting out of hand. They really were. They really were. And we'll see how it goes. But guy, you need. I'm not in his body or anything like that, but I think you need some help. I think you probably need to go to rehab. And maybe Michael Jordan and his wife probably told him to do this and he won't listen. And then they following him. A Lamborghini truck is pretty fast. So, and I think Savannah said he had left the club, the gentleman clubs or something. But if they had any sense, and if she was sober or wasn't doing anything, he should have said that she was driving and we got stuck. But he thought he could drop that name and get away with it. Or maybe he thought that he was sober enough that they weren't going to arrest him or anything like that. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Like Tay call it Uber. But we'll see how it play out in court. His lawyer might have that thrown out because how excessive the police officer was with him. But we'll see how it goes. That's all I got, Diva.
Thank you. All right, we're going to go ahead and roll right into our next story. I mean, I'm wishing Marcus all the best, right? What can you do? The next one we're going to talk about is Twitch, the boss. May he rest in peace. His widow, his, wife, while he was here on this earth. She wrote this book, and in this book, she has put some really wicked stuff about her own, husband that she had 2 children with, and that he served as the stepfather to her daughter that she had previously. Even if he was going through all of this, why do we need to know? Because she wanted to write a book. I think she could have found better ways to try to make money. Like continue maybe to dance online or something. I don't know. Do a reality show about how you and the kids are, coping with losing a parent and how you got to carry on with life when your loved one is gone. So Allison Holker claims Stephen Twitch boss was constantly high and barely showered before his death. Now, see, she's a liar too, right? Because first she wrote that the first time she even realized that he had a problem is when she went to go look for his outfit, for the funeral. Allison Holker claimed Stephen Twitch boss was constantly high and barely showered before he died by taking his own life in December of 2022. What I didn't know until I surveyed our backyard security cameras was that Stephen's smoking had ratcheted up. She recalled in her new book, The Far, My Story of Love, Loss, and Embracing the Light, released on Tuesday. He was smoking in the morning and at night. It's almost as if he used one strand of pot at the start of the day to become Twitch, then use another at night to come down from that persona. Holker claimed Her late husband was also sneaking out to smoke while on the set of the Ellen DeGeneres show. To the best of my knowledge, nobody knew. He was really good at hiding it, she continued, but she says she didn't know herself. She's a liar, this chick. If I had been aware of the extent of his uses, I would have gone into protector mode right away. After the Ellen DeGeneres show was canceled in May 2022, Allison claimed Boss underwent a major shift in his day-to-day life, and his hygiene suffered as well. I would find myself pleading with him to take a shower, she wrote. At the time, I thought he was too tired to properly care for himself. Now I know that neglecting self-care is another classic sign of depression. Last month, Allison, 36, faced backlash from Boss' family for sharing that he had a drug addiction before his death. The So You Think You Can Dance alum revealed to people that she found a cornucopia of substances, including mushrooms, pills, and other substances she had to look up on her phone, hidden inside Boss' shoeboxes after his passing. The mom of three also claimed Boss alluded to being SA by a male figure during his childhood in several of his journal entries. He was also wrestling with a lot inside himself, and he was trying to self-medicate and cope with all those feelings because he didn't want to put anyone, but he didn't want to put it on anyone because he loved everyone so much, she told the magazine. He didn't want other people to take on his pain. Allison's revelation prompted Boss' family and close friends to speak out in defense of his legacy. His mom, Connie Boss Alexander, says she was appalled by her late son's widow and hurtful claims. Our family is absolutely appalled by the misleading and hurtful claims made about my son, Stephen Boss, she wrote on Instagram, January the 9th. That's his mom wrote that. The recent publication spreading untruths about Stephen has crossed every line of decency. As his mother, I will not let these accusations go unanswered. We will not stand by while his name and legacy are tarnished, Alexander Allen. Boy's cousin shut down claims that he was a junkie and shared that Allison made them sign NDAs to attend his funeral in January 2023. She also claimed Allison would not let their side of the family see Boss' three children, Wesley, 16, whom Boss adopted, Maddox, 8, and Zaya, 5. In response to the backlash, Allison defended her decision to share their story in her memoir. To fans of Stephen and our family and friends, I want to be clear that my only intention in writing the book is to share my own story as well as part of my life with Stephen to help other people, the dancer wrote via Instagram last month. Just like you, I never really knew what happened. And even as I'm trying to put these pieces together, I will never really know, she added. Allison also says she hopes her story can help others catch some of the red flags that I missed before it's too late. The High School Musical dancer said the proceeds from her book will go towards mental health foundation she founded when Boss died at 40. Savannah, your thoughts?
This woman is a piece of work. I
She
swear.
is.
When these two were married for almost a decade,
Mm-hmm.
and when you're in a relationship with someone that long, you are supposed to love them, protect them, shield them, nourish them, and the way I was introduced to them was during their videos during the pandemic. So that means they were in the house locked up, and yet she didn't know what was going on under her own roof. If this man had a cornucopia of items around, yet you had 3 or 4 children also living on the same roof and not protecting them. I have not heard her saying anything positive about her relationship with Twitch. Every time I seen him, he was always clean. Um, a smile that lit up a room. Maybe he did have some personal demons that he was fighting and masked them very well from the public. But for her to continue to disparage his name and his legacy, she's doing more damage. And I don't know if she's trying to make herself look good or be a victim. Because I see you as someone who neglected your marriage. I just think she's so shady to me. I don't understand her way of thinking, protecting or shielding his family from his services. And I just think this is we're not getting everything to the story and how his passing came to be. I don't think we have the truth yet. So I'm not interested in her books or what she has to say because there's nothing positive. And I don't know what lesson she's trying to learn or teach anyone when she hasn't learned the lesson herself.
Ooh, that part right there. That part right there. Wayne, your thoughts?
You know, this is what happens when you marry somebody that doesn't love you. Because if she ever loved him, it is no way in the world she would have ever repeated any of that.
Mm-hmm.
When people put things in a diary, they put them there for a reason, not for people, later to read them.
Right.
Now I understand if the diary, it can solve some kind of a case or something like that, but there was, no call for it, no reason for it. So I don't think she ever loved this man. There's no way she could have done that. I would go as far as say, this is what you call trash. This is trash when you try to trash somebody else's name who can't even defend themselves. This would be a blueprint. Her kids will go back one day and look at it. Only a trashy person would do that. That's all I can say. Just trash. And I hope not one book sells.
Yeah, now I usually support, but I'm good. I don't even want it. Tay, your thoughts?
She probably did love him the first time they got married. And then after all those years, she probably can't stand him. When you married to somebody and then you hate their gut, it's like, what in the world I'm doing still here and marrying you after all those years? Hey, tell that diva, I'm not gonna buy her a book at all. Yeah, leave that book in the shelf right there. Because she's nothing but a trash, and she want a famous about 10 minutes of herself. If you want to famous, think about your kids. Your kids come first. And you probably need to apologize to his family too. Make them not come to his funeral. What kind of wife don't want his own family come to his funeral like that? Now that is shameful right there. And to me, she's nothing but a gold digger. That's what she is to me at all time. And I feel bad for those two younger kids right there too, Diva. I really do. If I was the parent, the grandparent, I would take them away from her. Because matter of fact, Diva, they need to investigate his what time he passed away, and look over his body again, see what kind the result is, so that way they know what caused it, make him pass away too. That's all, Diva.
Thank you. Julius, your thoughts?
That woman is a snake. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
That woman is a snake. You said you didn't know before. You didn't know what was in your house, but yet. But see, here's the thing. I'm not a perfect kind of cleaner, right? But I know what I have in my space.
I'm not.
That's the thing. I know what I have in my space. And you mean to tell me, and you want to say he this is what's making me laugh, is because how do you know he took breaks when Ellen's show was taping? Unless you was stalking him like a crazy holic that you are. Unfortunately, with him unaliving himself, his kids were the victims.
For sure.
He probably unalived himself to get away from her.
I wouldn't say that, Julius, but I mean,
She's the parent to him in the book.
Yeah, no, but for him to do that, he definitely was going through some dark and heavy things, and it's just very sad. It's very sad. Anybody, decides that a temporary problem, they're going to make a permanent decision. I don't want to take that lightly. Someone unaliving themselves, and I'm not going to blame that on her. But I do think
she was abusive.
Well, we don't even know that either. I don't want to go there. We don't know what was going on in their household, but I do think as a wife, for her to take this route with this book, I think it's a little messy. Katrina, your thoughts?
My thoughts is why she keep pushing that depression thing so hard. And most of the time, if a person is on these type of substances, they're not going to leave them at the house. They're going to take them with them. And again, if she said he was smoking the Mary Jane in the morning and Mary Jane at night, that don't make, from what my experience, I don't see anybody hyped off the Mary Jane. They be cool and relaxed. The people that I've seen that be on the Mary Jane, unless they got a different type of brand. And by her putting this in this book, why are you doing that? We don't need to know this. You doing this to sell books. Don't nobody, I mean, they care about him or whatsoever, but we really don't want to read that. Let that man rest in peace. If that's what happened before he passed away, then you should talk to his family about it. Why coming to the public and writing it in a book? Because you're trying to sell this book. We don't want to know. We don't want to buy your book. We don't want to do anything from you, because if you're doing this to him while he's dead, imagine what you were saying or doing while he was alive. If he was going through all that and you see that he was being that depressed, why didn't you tell him he need help? Why didn't you try to get him help? This is like I said, we can't say for sure he did this stuff because he can't answer and dispute it. He's not here, so she could say he did all this stuff and want people to believe it, but we can't ask him because he's not here. So we don't believe nothing that you put in this book, even if it's true. We don't believe it because the way that you coming out doing it, you didn't have to do it this way. Let that man rest in peace. That's all I got, Diva.
Let him rest in peace. All right, I'm gonna roll into this last story. So from The View, one of the co-hosts, her husband is being charged with RICO charges, and a lot of the other defendants in the case have taken a plea deal. So this is going to be interesting what happens with him. The View's Sonny Hostin's surgeon husband Emmanuel faces solo battle and lawsuit as co-defendants agree to settle. The View co-host Sonny Hostin's surgeon husband has found himself in the hot seat in the massive lawsuit accusing nearly 200 healthcare providers of insurance fraud. Dr. Emmanuel Hostin defiantly called himself the victim of a frivolous smear campaign last month after he was accused of providing fraudulent medical services in exchange for kickbacks in a complaint filed by American Transit Insurance Company in December. But the orthopedic surgeon now finds himself increasingly isolated after the vast majority of defendants have now offered to settle their cases, according to a new court filing obtained by DailyMail.com. That's her and her husband together, cute couple. That's them again. Now, I went to The View. She is like super, 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 super tiny now. in person. She even looks super tiny in this picture, so imagine in person. But she admitted to taking the Ozempic. I think some people are going too far with it. In a statement to the Daily Mail, Hostin family lawyer Mark maintained the surgeon had not been involved in any wrongdoing and demanded American Transit issue an apology to Dr. Hostin and his family. Dr. Emanuel should not have been named as a defendant in this lawsuit, and American Transit must dismiss him from the lawsuit with prejudice, his lawyer said. American Transit must offer a full and unequivocal apology to Dr. Hostin and his wife, Sunny Hostin, and their 2 children for this unfortunate mistake. American Transit must also pay Dr. Hostin what he is owed for his medical services to the insurers, and substantial damages must be paid to Dr. Hostin and his family for reputational damage, emotional distress caused before they will consider any settlement. DailyMail.com broke the news last month that Hostin and his medical practice have been named in a lawsuit and accused of getting kickbacks for performing surgeries and submitting fraudulent bills. Hostin knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services, including otoscopic surgeries. The lawsuit filed on December 17 claims American Transit was then billed in exchange for kickbacks and or other compensation, which were disguised as dividends or other cash distributions. Commenting on the lawsuit, the Hostins initially went on the offense. Another Hostin attorney, Dan Yu, told the Daily Mail in earlier January that his client denies each and every allegation and called the lawsuit a blanket, scattershot, meritless lawsuit by a near bankrupt insurance carrier. It is meant to intimidate and harass doctors from collecting for care given to American Transit insurers and their passengers. He said Hostin has an impeccable record, adding American Transit has rushed into the lawsuit without ever conducting an examination of Dr. Hostin or expressing any concerns to his lawyer. The real story here is about an insurance carrier abusing the legal system to limit and restrict healthcare benefits to its insurers and their passengers and write off its proper obligations. Sonny Houston, co-host of The View with a background in law, later issued a statement to Page 6 claiming American Transit used my celebrity status to start a disgusting media smear campaign against my husband and is harassing me and my family in a frantic attempt to not pay bills. While the power couple has vowed to fight, the lawsuit has apparently caused many of the defendants to buckle. In addition to announcing they reached pre-service settlement agreements in principle with more than 3/4 of the defendants, American Transit declared it will soon be advising the court of agreements in principle with several other defendants upon completion of the settlements. Sonny, 56, has been married to the doctor for nearly a quarter of the century. Listen, he's the last man standing, is the point here. He's the last man standing. Should he have taken the deal? But if he's innocent, should he fight? Savannah, what are your thoughts? Savannah, are you there? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Skip me on this one right now. Come back to me.
Okay. Wayne, your thoughts?
You know, I agree with him. You know, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And if he feels he's, you know, he's exonerated and that, you know, it's not true, he got to stand.
Right.
You know, if he's that one, now the outcome may not be what he would hope it to be, but still, you know, if he know he didn't do it and he shouldn't be accused, he got to stand. You know, don't accept something, you know, that you know you didn't do just so you can get, you think you're going to the lighter sentence. So I think, you know, he's standing.
I hear you, Wayne. Stand for something or fall for everything. Tay, your thoughts?
She need to stand by her man and show the world that she love him. Apparently, she don't love him. When you take a vow, Diva, when you take a vow for your husband, you always have to stand by him, protecting him, and you have to stay, you know.
She's standing by
low.
him today.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Apparently, I don't know, Diva. I just didn't like her at all. I really didn't.
She's standing by her husband, though. Yeah, she's standing by her husband. They're fighting it together. So, Julius, your thoughts?
If he didn't do nothing, he didn't do nothing. Yeah, that's it. That's all.
Thank you. Katrina, your thoughts?
If he did anything, don't the insurance company have his doctor records? If he did anything that's unethical, wouldn't they have that? I mean, don't they have those records? And
Right.
they talk about the carrier insurance. The carrier insurance is basically like, say, for instance, if you're in a taxi cab and the taxi cab has an accident, they supposed to have insurance, so therefore the person that's riding in the car will be covered. So if they don't have no evidence or any type of thing saying that he documented it the wrong way, then I would stand, I would prove my innocence. But if you making these records, they got it on record showing this is what you say happened, but it didn't happen, because I know a lot of doctors, they do this, and they do it so the insurance company would pay them for the treatment of this person, and for that person can get a bigger lawsuit. I'm not saying that's what he did. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, if if the person went to him for treatment, everything should be documented. And if he didn't do anything wrong, yeah, fight. But if they got you writing up some stuff that is not true, then they got you on that as well. So if you didn't do anything wrong, everything that you wrote out, everything that you can back up, if you ain't do anything fraudulent, fight. And yes, Tay Tay, Sonny is standing by her husband because she talks about it on The View. So she is standing by her husband. She used to be I think she worked for the district attorney when she was in New York or something. But anyway, she's standing by him. And like I said, if it's documented that everything that he did was by the book, then he ain't got nothing to worry about. Now, if he did some fraudulent stuff, it's going to be in that paperwork, and they can go from there. But that's all I got, Diva.
They said he had an impeccable record.
That's what they said.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Fight. I mean, if you ain't did nothing wrong, fight. I fight too if I ain't did nothing wrong. I'm not going to go down and if I ain't do nothing wrong. But you got people that do stuff wrong and they still be fighting and still get out. But
That's a
what I'm saying, yeah. So if his records and stuff is pristine, he ain't did nothing wrong, ain't nothing coming back on you. Yeah, I'll fight as well. I would. I hope it ain't that Globe Life Insurance, because they're a big rip off with that carrier insurance. They're a really big rip off. I don't know if it's them, because they getting sued left and right. So they probably trying to get money back from these doctors and stuff because they're getting sued. But that's all I got, Diva.
Thank you. So listen, guys, that was our tonight's show. Thank y'all for coming through and being in the building.
Savannah said come back to her, Diva, didn't she? Or am I wrong? I'm
Savannah,
sorry.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Son is not only a legal analyst, but a prosecutor and a journalist. So they're going up. He really has a powerhouse standing right behind him that knows the law. And it does sound like a smear campaign, because I've never figured I would see them on trending topics. So I think this will go away, because Sonny is no one to play with when it comes to the law.
yeah, I'm gonna stay connected to it. It's very interesting. So we're gonna see, how this thing goes. I wish them the best, but it's hard when everybody in your office, perhaps, because just as if you can be guilty and get off, sometimes you could be innocent and not get off, right? The law is a crazy thing, especially when and maybe if a jury is involved. So we shall see. But listen, if he knows he's innocent and they got nothing on him, fight and fight so you could win. But listen, guys, I appreciate y'all being here. Y'all know the routine. If you didn't hit the like button on the way in, hit the like button on the way out. Good night and goodbye, everybody.
Do not cheat the Diva, or strike down. Choo choo and BP. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Choo choo.